How's it going, everybody? I think I actually have the stream working. This might be the first time in a bit where when the stream starts, it's working. You can hear me. There might even be a little bit of music. Everything seems a-okay so far. Although, I can't know that until you confirm it. What's going on? Ronenstein, what's up, dude? You got a whole 3 injury feels to burn? Yeah. This may get a bit expensive. What's up, Mr. Rushing? How you doing, man? Cypher, what's up, dude? Rohit, isn't the new key going live on Wednesday? God, I hope not. I think it's today. I'm excited because even if the Elder Dog is still trash, I can still 100% classic to form something. Hey, that's pretty cool. I'd love to see you seeing the upside, man. That's what I want to try to do, man. I want to be having enough fun so that when stuff goes wrong, I can be like, well, let's look for the silver lining. Let's look for the upside. I need to get back to having that much fun. This will cost us so many. Yeah. Hey there, what's up, B? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, dude, I'm excited for this. I want your guys' thoughts too. Like, I think that's really important. I think that's one of the biggest problems is when if it's just like only one person's opinion or like one aspect of the community, because this game is massive, massive, massive. And like trying to make every single player happy with every single mode is just impossible. And I think that leads to a lot of frustration. Brian, Brayan, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Thanks a lot for being here. Bastion or Caroline D into rank 4? The only reason why I'm saying Bastion immediately and with like a confidence for me is because I have Bastion at rank 4. I've been awakened. I've got a lot of experience with him, and so I would go with Bastion. I will say that in like if I awaken Carolina soon, she's going to rank 4. And so like in 2 weeks, you might hear me say like, I don't know, man, they're both amazing. They are both amazing. So whichever one you enjoy more, I feel confident Carolina's at least in the conversation, which is why you're asking the question, of course. But I do want to be clear that I have hands-on like in BGs and war and questing with Bastion. And so I'm like, yep, yeah, yes, him. So that's why. What's up, Oscar? How you doing, man? I'm doing good. What's up, and Dark? Thanks a lot for being here. There really should be a community note. Neo, Frosty. So if anyone's not aware, I have done a complete and total spending freeze. I've even created a playlist for it, so people who are interested and want to kind of know about it can go back and look at it. In the spending freeze video, I wanted it to be short because I didn't want to go over all the things of the kind of journey of what's happened really over the last like 4 or 5 months, really. But it's like just day after day for the last like I'd say like a week or so, 2 weeks. For me personally, like you guys saw the Sword and Stone sale went live and I didn't buy out the store, and it's been a long time since that's happened. And so, you know, I didn't say it in the video, I don't believe, but like that was already a sign that like I was starting to be like, I'm not having fun, guys. And so I don't need to spend to have fun doing YouTube with you all, but enjoyment of the game itself and like what's being produced on a day in, day out basis. I want to be enjoying it to have fun. Like, you know, I listen to the advice I give you all the time. So I do think, you know, I think it's worth showing very quickly because it's understandable, man. You know, like I think a healthy amount of skepticism is good. I think the pro-Kabam trolls, they make me laugh. And there are pro-Kabam trolls. It's really interesting to see that when people put out negative videos, or not even negative, like just like healthy, constructive criticism videos on the game. These like really weird, angry kind of bot pro-Kabam trolls come out. It's really, I've noticed this over time. I've been doing YouTube for 5 years, and I don't know where they come from. And there are obviously a lot of bots and AI, and it's probably like 5 guys and multiple email addresses and stuff. But the healthy skeptics, the healthy ones, the cynical ones, I like that. I think you should be skeptical of things. I think it's important, and to make our own decisions and take in information. I just wanted you guys to see that, yes, I have the sigil right now. That's because it's a monthly subscription, and I have canceled it. I meant what I said. There will be absolutely no spending from me, guaranteed, until after the Cyber Weekend holiday. At the earliest. That's the earliest that I will even consider it. I want to give an extended period of time, see what Kabam does, their tone to the community, myself, to you all, and what they put out. And then I will judge if I'm having fun or not from there. Restless. What's up, dude? Just took Sovark to rank 3. Congratulations. So I like honestly with the idols, if anyone out there is offended by myself or someone else saying he or she on the idols. Here, I'm gonna go to the be right back so we can reset the game. I'm not. I want to say that I think the vast majority of us are trying very hard to be respectful. It's that the messaging on the idols has been so, I know, shocking. The messaging from Kabam has been incredibly confusing and inconsistent. But with the idols in particular, it is like he, she, they, no, it, they, no, she, he, it, no. And you're like, can you just tell me? Because I want to be respectful, but you guys are making this so damn confusing. And I really feel strongly that the vast majority of the content creators out there, I can't speak for everyone, obviously, we're trying our best to be respectful. And so like calling us out or trying to cancel us or whatever it is, like it really, one, isn't going to work. And two, you're really yelling at the wrong person. Where you bought refills from? I have not bought any refills. If I need to, I'll spend units on this. Like that's going to be an interesting one is, you know, if I'm like, hey, I'm having fun. I have fun covering the game with you all. That's still there. Kabam's given us a lot to talk about lately. That's not about just playing the game, which sucks. So that's not going to go away. The tough part will be is if I'm like, I don't enjoy the product that's being put out enough to spend on it. It's enough to play it, and I enjoy covering it. But then if I need to, then if I like can't literally do stuff because I have to buy energy, that's where it's going to be like, I don't know, I'm not sure what we'll do, but we'll take care of that when we need to. Seaton, are you kidding me, man? Hey, by the way, I saw your video today. I think you know I'm in huge agreement with literally everything you said. But more importantly, man, I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're feeling better. I'm glad you're back. I think, you know, the more people saying stuff, and speaking honestly, we don't all have to agree. We obviously don't all have to agree. I think that's important. But someone with a channel with your sway, you know, coming in and saying these things, I think is a really big deal. And I appreciate the honesty and the transparency with which you've been bringing stuff. You know, you were to the best of my subscription feed, you were the first one saying like the new EQ sucks. I was able to get there, full-time job. Wife was traveling for work. I had 2 kids, a dog, man. I got the whole, like, I'm really happy with my life, but I was like, I can't get to it. But I see it show up on my subscription feed, Seaton Man Legends. I was like, all right, I'm going to check this out, man. So I really appreciate it all, buddy. I really do. What's up, old man Easy? So, hey, for those of you who can't read or aren't watching the screen, it looks like there's a sale. There's something for sale, man. Oh, God. Yeah, yeah. Okay. In this corner, compensation. An error impacted ideal gameplay conditions in the... Is this it? Okay, guys, I know a lot of you tune into this channel for positivity, and my alliance is even called Upside. I want to try to find the upside in stuff, but I'm very transparent with you all that I am doing this as I lead life. I don't believe anyone is ever all good or all bad. Good people sometimes make mistakes, and to just have blind loyalty to something, I think is a massive mistake throughout life. And I also think that if like, let's just talk about Kabam. There's no reason to be hypothetical. If Kabam's genuine in all of this, then they will not take critique as insults or reasons or threats, for God's sake. Not threats, that's ridiculous. But they will take that all as like, they mean what they're saying. And then because we're supposed to be the ones in power, we're making the game, not the YouTubers, they'll either do it or not, or they'll take it, and they're the ones making the game, right? And I don't want to beat a dead horse here. I don't want to just be like critiquing all the time. I will say this is the only compensation for the errors. This is really bad, really, really bad. I'm not going to claim it yet because it sounds like the new EQ might not be live. Is that the correction here? I think so, but what I'm hoping right now, because I do feel like in some of their messaging, they reference like a war comp or whatever. I think, I don't know. There's been so many messages because there's been so many errors lately that like, okay, it is live. Okay. Let's do it then. Let's less yap, more play. Okay, good. Thanks, guys. Less yap, more play. What I will say this before I step into it. What I assume they're going to do. Why is it locked? I already did. I already did. Okay, I'm gonna take a second and chill out. I swear to God, I don't want to do ranting all the time. And at some point it gets hard to rant and try to be humorous, to take a little bit of that sting out of it. And this is not a rant channel. This is a like, hey, this is really what I think channel. And I don't want to put rant into your lives every day. Don't want to put ranting into your lives every day. Okay. And so I'm going to take a second. I will be, again, I am vamping because I can tell I can feel the heart beating faster. I can feel the blood running through the veins. I'll be back in a second, guys. In fact, I'm wondering if I should put the Be Right Back screen on. Yeah, deep breaths. Like, when the game's good, we can make good videos and we're all having fun. And as a person who's really chosen to invest in like making a channel that's based on, yes, our relationship, but like this game, when the people who make the game keep doing this, it is exceptionally frustrating. Restart the game? Okay, thank Richard. I'm gonna try that. I'm obviously not going anywhere. I'm just gonna restart the game again. So many people here. Thanks, guys. What's up, Ham? What's up, Bacon Wisdom, Flexus, Uber Soul, Pie Guy, C Note. What's up, dude? Dr. Whooper. Sorry for everyone who I haven't said hello to. Whatever. If you're having fun and you decide to spend, utilize my code or one of the other CCP people, I'm going to leave it up there just to try to get used to it, but I kind of don't want it up there right now. I'm actually taking it down. I see it on my own screen. I don't see it on my game. I looked up and I saw it. And like, right now I can't. It just, again, I'm upset, okay? I appreciate everyone who's used that code. I appreciate it so much. It's what got me to start doing streams like unmonetized, like the whole thing. So thank you. Please don't misunderstand me. Because I think the game sucks right now, Russell. I don't know. Like I said, I am upset. I probably should end the stream. But I'm going to try to collect myself a little bit here. Yep. All right. I guess we got to do it again. Which literally, when there's like an energy shortage, and it's the same nodes. The same nodes. So they basically just reduce the attack values in the health pools, huh? Which is like what they do. Like this is the cycle that I continuously wanted. I fought it for years. And some of you who like I think were critical of my channel would point it out, and I was like, no. But kind of like I said, like sometimes people are going to be critical of stuff, and you need to listen a little bit. And it took me a long time, and I finally did. Is I fought against the idea that the formatting was always Kabam's going to do a thing, they're going to go way too far. The community and the YouTubers need to get upset, and then Kabam will say, we're sorry, and they'll backtrack off of it. And I was like, no, Kabam will do the right thing from the beginning. No. But I'm like, you guys are right. Like, here we are. Like, this is what they do with raids. Do you guys remember raids? And do you remember my rant? And I was like, don't make raids now a joke. But here we are. Purgatory destroys everything in 1SP3. And Kabam, don't remove that now. I see a donation came in. Thank you so much. Lionel, thank you. I don't know, man. I wish I knew the answer to your question. And I don't want to theorize. I know you're just joking and you're making a statement. I really appreciate it. For those listening, not watching, the question is, what the hell is wrong with this company right now? Is like, I don't want to even go down that rabbit hole right now because something definitely is. And get your name correct, man. Didn't mean that. Sorry. All right, let's. I mean, I guess we're gonna do this. Like, I know most of you probably gonna tune out right now, and I want you to see good stuff. So, I will almost certainly not be able to get to Elder difficulty today, and I'm sorry. That was my intention. I stupidly, apparently, thought that they wouldn't ask us to redo. I believe the term for this is now classic. But that's a shame on me. That's a me. I'm the moron. Because they didn't explicitly say that. Yeah, old man easy. Like I fought that, and I appreciate those of you that stuck with me. I thought that was like the cycle, that was the necessary cycle, right? Because I was like, no, let's wait and see. And I'm sure it wasn't intentional. And I still don't think it's necessarily intentional. I don't know. But I've learned that, like, you know, if the community doesn't, right, and we still need to be, I think we should still be respectful of the fact that they're human beings. I'm never going to be the, like, let's go crazy and insult in a demeaning fashion sort of way. But I am going to respect that, like, this appears to be the way it unfortunately has to work. It has to be like this absurd negotiation. I wish it wasn't this way. Adjusted reward tiers is also confusing. Yeah. This is also confusing. So one of the things I'm going... Hey, what's up, Ham? I wrote this on a comment. So someone wrote a really nice comment on the spending freeze video I did. And they were like, hey, what do you think about the idea of, like, as a show of solidarity, like, we all do the same profile picture? And I think it's a really nice idea. I'm not advocating it. I'm trying to take my own advices. I'm not telling you guys not to spend. I think it's all very subjective and personal, right? But one of the things over the weekend that I was thinking about was I'm using a very subjective term in fun. If I'm having fun, I'll spend, if this, right? And it's all based on the idea of fun. And that's going to be different for all of us, right? Like, I will say, I disagree with him on a lot of stuff. But I really like what Yusuf is doing right now. If you're not familiar with his channel, I really like what he's doing, and you should check. I really believe you should check it out because I think, you know, you have to ask him, but I think the man's having fun. And so, you know, what he and I find fun. I'm using him as an example, okay, of someone who I do disagree with, and I think that on some things, not everything, obviously. And I think that's, like, super subjective, and that's okay. You know, and so I don't want to just be like, willy-nilly, like, oh, here it is, and now I'm going to spend, or now I'm not going to spend, or whatever. And honestly, I didn't even really want to talk about it, but I think we have to now, with the way this is going. Is in fact, the Illuminati podcast and I believe the Counterpoint podcast next week will both be on, like, are they having fun? And if they're not, or if they are, what are things that would increase their fun, or would they like to see? And I'm going to literally just create a list. So that way I have something subjective I can show you all. I think that we can talk about that. I hope that Kabam looks at, not because it needs to be what I want, but stuff for them to consider. Hey, at least this guy and his audience might not be enjoying X, Y, and Z. And the hope is that over the next 3 to 4 months, they improve it. Hey, Noob, what's up, dude? How the heck are you not a moderator? That better be the real Noob. I swear to goodness, if that's an imposter, I will find you. I will find you. One of the things Yusafa highlighted this weekend was like how, dude, I think I don't, you guys know this is like my game. This is like, I don't own the game. I mean, like, this is the game I play. I don't play an additional game. And so I'm not aware of what's normal for other games as far as their YouTube community, vis-a-vis the game size and that sort of stuff. But one of the things Yusafa did this weekend, and I really liked it, he did a nice job, was highlighting the basically the richness of the MCoC YouTuber community. And like, this isn't a tiny game, but it's not Fortnite, obviously. You know what? Shoot. Uh-oh. I actually may die with Weapon X. This is something you don't see every day. He highlighted, like, we have a pretty rich, like, and diverse YouTuber content creator community for this game. And Noob and, like, Simula, dude, those guys freaking crush it. Every single time there's a boss or content, I know I can just go to both of them. And, like, I'm good, man. I'm good. And so I just appreciate being here, Noob. I appreciate what you do, man. I appreciate what you do. Really do. Hey, there's Yusafa right there. What's up, man? Thanks for being here, buddy. Really liked your videos, man. I saw the thing on, I don't know if you're going to do that, like, podcast style or what you're thinking, but I know you said that you're going to do interviews and, like, interview everybody, like, from the broad swath of the community. And I that's awesome, man. Like, thanks for doing that. I really believe that, like, we're a pretty big, diverse community, and the people who are engaging genuinely, I think, are understanding that not every part of the game is going to be perfect for them, you know? So that's awesome, dude. I see the comments. I will look up. I'm hoping that we're going to get through this today. I highly doubt it, though, unfortunately. So I am trying to get through this, guys. I just, again, like I said, stupid me, thought that we wouldn't have to do the classic again. I'll admit, too, that's probably a little bit of motivated reasoning in that I was hoping that requirement would be removed from this in general. Fun part's dealing with Chavez's super cool, not cheap AI at all while we do it. That's the fun part. See, this is the thing. This is what happens, right? I love America Chavez. Like, she is truly one of my favorite characters in the whole game. You guys know that. I've been aware of her AI for years. Didn't bother me until now. You know, like, I joke about her, I was a little upset. But when the game's the way it is, when communication's been the way it has, things like that, something that was like, well, it's okay, becomes quite irritating. Why is it so hard for Kabam to listen to what players want? They always make these random choices to stuff that nobody wanted. Kabam forgets their place. They add change what they want. instead of what the actual players want. This is from Formula. Yeah, I literally like part of like I'm gonna do 2 weeks of podcasts that'll each be like an hour and a half long. That won't be like just specifically addressing that because I want to get to the like what's it actually gonna take? Like what's the actual thing? I want to try to problem solve a little bit. But behind it all, but the formula, shoot, that was not intended. I'm sorry, buddy. The umbrella of it all is what you're saying, and I don't think we'll ever know because we don't work for the company, right? Like any company, we're never going to know exactly what's going on, and honestly, we probably shouldn't. But what it feels like is happening to me. And we talked about this briefly on my Discord server. I had to get going, so I wasn't part of the conversation long. But it was this morning. Was this idea that like all of these various things feel like they get, instead of one big holistic overview. So instead of like, okay, guys, and Maddie kind of made a comment like this in his video this weekend. It was actually quite positive. You should give it a listen. Was like, instead of just being like, okay, let's leave everything alone, let's tell the players we're going to, and then we're going to take like a month, because this game's so huge it probably would be like a month. We're going to look at all the economy from a holistic standpoint. If you're not familiar with the term holistic means, or from this usage, it means like we're going to look at everything together. We're going to look at, you know, energy. We're going to look at loyalty. We're going to look at, like, I forget all the names, okay? But basically everything that is on this screen, and this will be in the podcast, not that screen, this screen, all of that, all of it, and be like, okay, here's the modes we have. What are these modes intended to do? Like, who are they intended to be fun for? Who do we want to incentivize to play more, or potentially go from like a casual to a moderately competitive to your most competitive to, hey, let's get a new Nagase, let's get a new Barrowman, let's get a new Angela. Like, these are all designed, right, to incentivize us and encourage us. And there's nothing wrong with that, right, to become more interested in the game. And if they look at, I feel like they're not just taking the time, because it's really freaking hard to do it while still managing a game that's 10 years old. If they just looked at all those modes, looked at all of these various currencies, and we're like, let's just tear it all down and then do what we think is best for all of it together. That's not happening. So as a result, we get like, Aaron, I'm going to look at the note. We get like, oh, well, we're going to do this with Glory, and then we're going to do this with Battle Chips. But now we're going to get rid of Elder's Marks. And instead of Elder's Marks, we're going to do Radium, right? Or Radiance. And then now for the EQ, we're going to do Ethereum, I think it's called, right? And so it's just like all this stuff. And so what it does, I think, is as soon as they update one part, the rest of it doesn't make sense anymore. Did I get this protection down? Oh. So that's what I think is happening, unfortunately. And so as players, it really does give off the impression that like we're just constantly being screwed over because someone typically is from the change. And so if there's all these changes that aren't done in like one big holistic thing, it's constantly like, this month we're screwing over these guys. Next month we'll screw you over. The following month it's gonna be you. You're not safe either. And I don't think that's their intention. It's just that's what the players are experiencing. That's my sense on it all. Hey, what's up, Bagel? This game is the 5 to 9 after. There's also that, man. Like, yeah, that ain't, you ain't wrong. What's up? I think I said hey to Bagel. What's up, Alberta? How you doing, man? So Alberto, I do think that is a potential issue too. And And let's address it, right? Because I think it'd be silly not to. I'm aware of the crashed post today. I watched KT's video on it, and I thought he was pretty fair. And I too, when Crash started being as honest as he was with all of us, I remember like physically wincing, being like, oh no. This ain't gonna go well. And I think Crash genuinely had very, very good intentions. And as someone who runs their channel, I'm like, sometimes I'm gonna say things you guys don't like. And I suffer I don't personally suffer the consequences. Like I don't walk away down and upset, but I see my channel does. I see, you know, the dislikes and the various things. But over time, a lot of you are like, no, that's Vegas. Sometimes he's gonna say shit we don't like, man. You know, like, at least we know he's being honest with us. And I do think that was crashed. I really, truly do. And the reason why I'm saying that is, one, is I don't want to ignore it. It's real. It happened today. I think most of us are aware of it. And two, I think it's a perfect example of what you're saying, is it feels like, and this can happen in in any company. Like I've worked for companies, a lot of you have too, is like Department A isn't necessarily on the same page as Department B. And then shit, when Department A goes out and makes like a public statement, they look really stupid because Department B did something totally different, right? And I don't know. I don't know. I mean, just like in, I believe it was Seaton's video today, and he was hitting on this, and this is something that's been talked about too, is like, I don't remember what quest it was, and I apologize if it wasn't Seaton. I listened to a couple of videos today, this morning, while doing, you know, going about my day, walking my dog and stuff, was, like, if you think about these two as two different departments, and it feels pretty clearly they are, I think, is like quest design and champions. Like, mutants have totally gone into Daunted and all of this stuff, but like we do the story quest, and they're like, you better have, what the hell is it called? Prowess, you know? And it just feels like that connection's not happening. To get super corporate, they're lacking synergistic ideals or whatever it's called. Obviously, I don't work in a corporate environment. All right, let's play the game. Weakness, yeah, the defenders. Okay, yeah. All right, cool. So we need science champions and her. Okay. Who's just like in Vegas stream of it? Oh, if I don't worry, man. I understand. I ain't gonna be everyone's cup of tea. I understand why Kabam is such a focus on creating the next new thing instead of dumbing down the constants that enjoy that work well too. Like the desert. I agree. One of the bits of advice I frequently give is, you have a 10-year-old game with a dedicated long-term player base. And so like comparing it to what your like contemporaries are doing out in the mobile gaming world, like that might be a thing to learn. It may be like, oh, this was a cool concept or idea of a mode or even some sort of monetization. I think that's fine. Like I don't hold it against them if they want to make money. At all. You guys know I've been a spender in this game for a very long time. Like that's fine. I'm happy to pay for my fun or when I'm enjoying something. But any change is going to be met with resistance because it doesn't matter even if it's good, right? Like unless it's just so overwhelmingly pro player. Okay, obviously. That like any sort of change is going to be met with resistance. Because we've been happily playing this game for a long time. If we're not complaining about it, then that probably means we don't want it changed. And so, you know, when it does, we're irritated. And it doesn't make us feel better if like Crash Bandit, Treasure Island, or Hello Kitty, or whatever. I don't care what it is. I don't even know because I don't play them. It doesn't matter if Hello Kitty's Island is like saying, well, you have to pay to play the game. Like, I don't care. Why would you add that to my game I've been playing for 10 years? Corpse, I know. I know. Does the new kill player better? I mean, I think it does. This is unfortunately classic mode because you can't just go straight into Elder. So, like, I think so. But I can't tell if it's just I'm paying a little more attention to what I'm doing. And I've got a rank 4 Spider-Woman. Or if this is more what I was saying of like, hey, like, let's give your, like, people who just enjoy the game, they want to log in, they want to beat up some bad guys, they want to beat up some, I guess, heroes too, depending on who they want to play. I don't know why I threw that, but I did. Let's give them something to do, right? Because it sure as hell ain't Crucible and Wheel of Fate, right? They're not playing Tier 1 War. They're not trying to hit Celestial Battlegrounds. There's nothing wrong. In fact, it's a good thing to let your just like your guy who like comes home, dude, came home from work, maybe help him get his kids to bed, maybe he's not, I don't know, has a beer and like I want to play a little more Constant Champions, man. Give them something to do. Let him have fun in this game. So far that feels like that, right? But again, I'm a big blubbery whale who typically hits like Quantum or Mysterium in Battlegrounds. Like, I don't know. My bar of what's good might be off. I want to hear from you guys. How's it feeling to you? I think that's honestly a better indication of if this is successful so far. Truly. I'll give my thoughts once I'm able to get to Elder. Dude, she has such a forgiving intercept. Her intercept animations. I love her. She's a good example of my love-hate with OP champions. I like both love them and hate them. I love them because they are fun to play. I hate them because I fear the defender that they will be used to justify. That's, you know, we all know is around the corner. I'm up to Purgatory Map 2. It's going quickly. Yeah, I mean, we're in a similar spot, B. Hey, what's up, Chop? Hey, K-Dog, what's up, dude? I feel like the surplus energy was the million refills we got in the Battle Pass tracks. I've 30 to 40 refills waiting 2 months to be claimed. Dude, smart man saving up for the energy apocalypse. I'm going over to your house, K-Dog. I'm going over to your place, buddy. I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man. She's a staple of Saber. Yeah, she's well, you guys know what I think. I said it. She kind of feels like they took Silk and they're like, make it better. That's what it feels like to me. And Silk's pretty awesome. When is the Titan competition coming? I would imagine not for a while. I truly have no clue though. Because I think today was like the deadline to participate in it. Yeah, I'm not going into my rant on the compensation again. That's cost me enough on the real life side. So I left the video live. You all can enjoy it if you'd like. But yeah. This is feeling a lot better to you all. The thing here's why I'm not. There's a couple reasons why I'm not full endorsing it yet as better. Is one, I don't like that it's still the same nodes. I really hope that's something that Kabam. Although now that I think about it, maybe they keep the same nodes to do exactly what I'm saying. It's like keep it consistent for your player who's not like super invested, you know, watching the latest noob and sim guide every day, and so doesn't know everything. I mean, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Let's give a little benefit of the doubt. I just thought of that. But also, I haven't gotten to Elder. You know, this like, again, I've got rank 4 Spider Woman. I had rank 4 Onslaught. So the first 2 quests felt pretty simple, and I liked that. Because this also is feeling like, let's say you had a roster a bunch of rank 3s, which you probably do if you're Valiant, right? Like, yeah, you could probably just go in and pick a variety of champions that fit the basic archetype of the class. Maybe this isn't bad. I'm reserving all judgment until Elder difficulty, though. Like, I am not going to be like, it's great, guys, get in, have fun. That is not happening. Maybe see that, like that right there, going back to the like, what is fun? What can I objectively say is fun? If I can get back to that point, if Kabam has had enough W's with very few L's for an extended period of time, I think I can get back to having faith that little L's are just little L's, and it'll be okay. They'll make it. I did not mean to do that. That they will make it better soon, or yeah, soon. Maybe because of inequity, we won't take too much of this. Let's see. Colossus is kind of a dick. Oh, hey, Tanky Gal. Nice job, Jess. Tanky Jess. Infamous, what's up, buddy? Long time. Great to see you. How's it going? Oh, Infamous, it's been a journey. It has been a bit of a journey. Dibyam Gupta, what's up, bud? Bro, this is great for new Valiants. Love to hear that, man. I mean, again, I don't think I need to say this. I think you all know this. I want this game to do exceptionally well. I just ain't gonna lie to you and tell you it's great when it's so clearly not, right? But I trust me, I'd much rather be making my videos being like, this game is amazing, check out all these fun champions, streaming, being like, this is fun, I love it. I want that. I crave that. I would love to get back to those days. You've been pretty busy, Infamous? Yeah, I remember you saying that. Ooh, Trixie. You're gonna have to do better than that, Purgatory. Oh, wait. Wait. How come I don't have energy? I forgot the node. What is it? How do I get energy? How do I get energy? Anyone remember? Block specials? That's right, I remember. You guys reminded me of that when we went through this the first time this month. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, delicious. All right, Purgatory. I've had just about enough of you. Throw your special. Throw it. Do it. Good girl. No, not that much. Damn it, you. What's up, Weapon X? I see you attracted the message, but let me know if there was something else. Cool. For new Valiants with 15k prestige, the attack level is similar to 8.3 and has kind of similar rewards to that. See, like, dude, right there, man. That's pretty good, right? I think that's pretty good. I think like that sounds like on its face, that sounds good, man. Let new Valiants come in, get some rewards, man. If they're having more fun, then they'll jump into EOP and stuff. They'll jump into competitive battlegrounds. Some people call me crazy. All right, what's this all about? Tech attacker, effective armor up, power drain. Okay, tech and armor up. And I don't remember the boss for this at all. Oh, I do. This was a freaking nightmare. I don't remember. Okay. Red Skull? All right, let's do it. They revealed the final idol. Do we want to check that out? Is it like a cinematic or something? Stink. God, it's like you're in my brain, man. I'm not going to sing. You guys do not want to hear me sing. You don't want to hear it. Let's see. I needed armor ups, right? I think I needed armor ups. We'll find out. Red Skull. And then... I like Okoye. She's really fun. Shield for the boss? Okay. Yeah, dude. You have to clear the thing again. I almost lost it. The chat helped me out. So I was like, guys, I don't think I can do this. They're like, just breathe. I was like, I don't want to breathe. I want to yell. I want to yell loudly. What's up, Kevin? I can't think of a good Demon Hunter joke fast enough. And those songs are still on repeat in my household. I think it's gonna be a while. Red Skull, baby. Hey, what's up, Justin? I think one problem with Caban keeps trying to make stuff for under 25 demographic. Shoot, I didn't read your whole message before I want to pause it. But by doing that, they're pissing off the more mature audience who had more disposable income. I mean, there are a lot of young people working at Caban. They might be like, hey, look, dude, a lot of our audience is like in their 40s and 50s. Those guys are gonna die soon, man. What are we gonna do? We need to get some more of the young kids, man, because we can't rely on people like Vega to be alive in a few years, man. Look at him. maybe that's the theory of what's going on over there. I don't know. He's always talking about how his thumbs are sore. He's got arthritis. No, if he can hit buy. Vegapunk, good name, man. Good name. Why? I don't know. I seriously was like so close to losing it. Like if I had not given myself a long speech where I was like, I've done enough, and I think only one video was ranty, and even there I was, I think, pretty clearly being serious, but also trying to be humorous to like vent, help people vent. But you know, not everyone enjoys the same humor. That's fine. I was like, I've done enough critiquing for a bit. Everyone knows my thoughts. They can check them out. Like, some of the stuff is fun. I've said I think there are W's in the game. So if I had not done that, oh my god, I'd still be ranting. I would still be ranting, and some people may have enjoyed that, but there's only so much of that I want to put into the world, man. Holy shit, did I just dex a bunch of that? I ain't gonna try to do it again, but that was crazy. Notice I'm not trying again. Let's say bye to War Machine. Old Man Easy. Yusafa, both of you still... Is Yusafa still here? Yeah, Yusafa, I think that's what happened, man. They were like, oh, shit, I think Yusafa's in his 40s. Vega's probably like almost 80. We gotta do something about this. Quick! Say for real a lot, and no cap. Everyone start wearing shorts on the stream. I think that's the only possible explanation for what happened. Vega. The only reason, Justin, the only reason I'm not reading that whole thing out is I believe I'm aware of some of the stuff MSD tests for us, for not us, like us, the community. And I actually think he's very, I mean this truly, I think he's very mindful and aware of his skill set versus the players. I truly believe that. And so I appreciate, I know you're just trying to pay me a compliment, and I appreciate that, that you're saying, you know, I'm a bit more towards what your typical players like, and that I'd be thorough. I've interacted with MSD. I don't know if we've fully collaborated, but a variety of things. He's very thorough. He's very thorough. I have a lot of faith in that young man. Hey, lads, what's up, dude? So far, so good. Although this lets me know you're not streaming yet. Be prepared. You do have to clear Classic again. I almost completely lost it. I think I did throw on the Be Right Back stream because I was like I was not in the place for that. Good old Classic. Yeah, you got it right. Like maybe it's good for as we're talking about this. Maybe it's good for players like me, you know, so we don't like pull some ligaments or tendons. We get to warm up a little, you know. We literally have no units left over because we've had to buy so many energy refills. But that's just beside the point nowadays, apparently. Lags, I remember you saying that you're going to be streaming. We'll definitely raid you afterwards, man. If you're still there. If all of a sudden I see like 150 people disappear, I'll know you started your stream. What's up, Pablito? How you doing, man? Yeah, you got it, Lags. Classic again? Nice. Wait, do we have to spend energy? Oh, Pablito. Oh, man. Don't have an aneurysm, old man. Just fork over your retirement to clear. I still got one of my 401ks left after playing this game for 10 years. You think they'll take that? I cashed in my kids' 529s. That's to get me at least an energy refill. Oh, yeah, you're making me laugh. What's up, dude? Put Ouchie Masters on. Dude, I honestly, as someone who covers this game and needs to test champions and rank stuff up and do live streams, and also said that I am not spending at all in this game until at the earliest after Cyber Weekend sale. I am going to be so damn frugal with my units, dude. It is the truth and reality. I'm going to be clipping coupons if I have to, man. A lot of you probably don't even know what that means. But I will be getting the Sunday newspaper and tell my dog not to bite it too hard when she gets it from the sidewalk and brings it in. And I'm gonna be spending my afternoons clipping coupons for units, man. Did you get my kickbacks from whaling? Probably, buddy. I to be fully forthright, one huge thank you, like to everyone who has used it. It's been, I'm not sure what the right word is. There's a bunch of words. I've known for a long time how many people play this game. Or I've known for a long time that this is not a small player base and it's not a small game. I've also, because of Battlegrounds, learned how many people whale, right? Because you go in and you're like, dude, I'm in like the gold bracket. I can't think what it's called right now, like Ultron or Aturu or something. And you're like, this guy's got like 40, or not 40, but like 15 rank 4s. There's a lot of people whaling on this game, right? And that's good. Like, if people are enjoying it, they should spend their money. But the creator codes, amongst a variety of things, have done what I said I had hoped they would do, and so that's been really cool. It's like, it's just furthered my desire to put out good content, to put out consistent content as much as I can. And if anything ever makes me feel like my integrity would reasonably be questioned, to fight against that, to fight it. I mean, I would have anyway, but it's just furthered my like, nah, man, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. My viewers are my priority. And to see the amount of people supporting is really cool. In an interesting way, like, this is the first time I've really thought about it, analyze it from this standpoint, I wouldn't walk away from my channel that quickly anyways, guys. I'm still very hopeful that I get back to having a lot of fun on this game, and I don't know when it will be, but I'm having so much fun that I start spending again because I'm enjoying it. I'm hopeful of that. I mean it. When I did my W's and L's video, there was a lot of W's, right? But seeing the amount of people supporting me, like, was in here, like Seaton was in here earlier. So many amazing content creators. We were talking about how Yusafa's been showing how many great content creators are there, and like, and you guys know this. I've said this a ton of times. Like, I respect the value of money. I respect that you all earned that money, and you're choosing to spend it on the game is incredibly important to me, and I think deserves respect. And for you to choose to put my code in, out of all these people you could pick, or you could just put none in, it like invigorates me to keep telling you guys what I think, and to keep making videos, and keep doing tier lists, and to check the comments and do all of that. So thank you very much. What's up, Sig? How you doing, bud? I should read this node because I remember this fight took me forever because I didn't read the node the first time. So if I punish her, special attacks, I don't fight her very often, so I'm not typically very good at that. Power shield, but it's like the stupid one that doesn't influence the debuffs. Why? That's why. I don't know why that's there. I mean, I know why it's there. I just think it's dumb. Okay. So I guess we just chill with this. I feel like there's something I'm missing. Thanks, Shimusi. I appreciate it, buddy. There was something that I remembered figuring out when I did this the first time, and I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was go to my special 3. It's so weird to see all these bleeds from Chi and see like these tiny red numbers, man. As someone with a rank 4 Chi who really thinks she's a great champion. I messed that up. I just don't fight a lot of JJs, so like knowing exactly those animations are so long. The thing, yeah, you know what? Wait, why is she unblockable? It feels like she's unblockable. It's not saying she's unblockable. But she very much, yeah, like she feels completely unblockable. There we go. It's my fault. I don't. So you know what was weird though, Zeus, is I was, for what I saw on the screen, she technically was not unblockable. It just felt like she was. She had crush or something, because I was able to block at other points. Maybe it's just me playing poorly. I don't know. How long have we been going? My phone does feel very hot. Cool. I'm gonna restart my phone. Hammurabi? Yeah, hey man, listen, if you're not having fun, don't spend. I mean, that's I'm very much trying to just reinforce what my advice consistently is. If you guys are having fun, if you're not, don't. If you're having fun and it fits within your budget, spend. If it doesn't, one of those two things, don't. But I appreciate what's clearly intended to be a supportive message. Thank you very much. More than an hour. Okay, thanks, Oscar. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just resetting my phone. It's like truly hot. Like my left hand is not burning, but it's warm. Shit, someone's gonna clip that. That came out badly. I'm very happy my face was not on screen when that was said. You ever hear yourself saying something and you're like, that's not how I meant it. Hey, thanks for being here, BK Tiger. Have a good one with your boy. Hey, Kai2, what's up, dude? So unfortunately, you have to do the classic difficulty all over again, which I feel is a massive miss. But, you know, they didn't ask me. And I, for some reason, thought, well, I wouldn't have to do it, especially because I had already done it. What is this? Is there energy in there? Dude. I mean, these are just, although I haven't done 9.3, so, but with my time scale, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get. I'll wait till I need that energy, and then when I do, I'll get it, I guess. Probably do all the time. What's up, Tommy? I can only give them an hour tops. Oh, before you need to reset or something? Yeah. I don't know technology well enough to know why that is. Every 5 seconds. Okay. So this is the skill. Okay. Abs. I remember this. I think I tried to get too fancy with Nefaria and died. I found a way to kill Nefaria. You know, some people say that I'm not trying hard enough, and I say hold my beer. You know what I mean? All right, we need critical hits. She is good at hitting critically. So is he. Bullseye is as well, right? Oh, Shang. Shang has me, the way I'm feeling about the game right now has me really wanting to go back to the, like, just purely rank who I enjoy. Just so purely who I enjoy. But anytime I fully go 100% into that, like, it's the only thing I consider, then I have to do, like, I don't have to. I choose to do, like, competitive content or something like that, and I'm like, I really wish I had this champion at rank 4 too, because I do like them. It's not like I dislike them. Hey, what's up, TJ? How you doing, man? So unfortunately, we have to completely redo the classic difficulty. So unless no one's just going outrageously fast, no one is really fully experiencing Elder yet. Classic is feeling, the chat even seems to feel like this is better. Like, this is more in line with, you know, man, like, sometimes the game doesn't need to be, like, super outrageously difficult. Maybe this is something that people can log in and just play and enjoy. So that's good. Wait, why? Oh, man. That's my fault. Maybe I should rank 4 him. I know a lot of you advised it. As someone who does enjoy Battlegrounds, I'm still terrible at fighting him. Unless I've got my Cole Obsidian or Mr. Sinister, unless they're working. He is good offensively. I don't know. Hey, Crazy Canuck, what's up, dude? Hit Monkey, Oscar. That was a missed one on my part. I feel the same about Ring of Chang. Shang is a strong contender for next 4. Dude, so I think Shang is so good, but at the same time, like, I think you guys know my thoughts on skill. I feel like skill and science are kind of a bit of a jumbled mess right now, like their relationship. And so, like, I'd love to see Shang come back. I was too late on it. Oh, that was a mistake on my part. Luckily, the fight's over. Okay, dude, honestly, B, so, like, that's a perfect example of what's been happening. And this has been happening for years. Because I'm always like, rank up who you enjoy, rank up who you enjoy. And I still think that's the way to go. And, you know, followed up by, like, chances are you don't like a crappy champion, too. Like, it's almost like a good, like, self-litmus test. Or litmus might not be the right word. But, like, a self-test of, like, if you like them, almost certainly they're not crappy, right? But the more competitively you're playing, it's almost like the more it does kind of matter how meta the champions are. And again, unless you're like Suida or something, right? And so, like, Shang is very good. But I do enjoy Okoye, and Okoye just helps me destroy stuff in the more competitive modes that I enjoy too. So it's like if I ranked up Shang instead of Okoye, there would often be times where I'm like, I should have ranked up Okoye. And I can still play Shang, which I'm not even doing right now, you know, in the EQ. Which again is, I think, part of what the EQ should be. Like, I think it should somehow matter less if you're using Okoye or Shang-Chi. How you do that, I don't know, which kind of goes to my whole, like, skill and science feel a little wonky to me right now. No, because well-timed blocks will, yeah. Okoye is a great bullseye counter too. Yeah, Steve, thank you. She's another one of my, I actually, like, forget all the matchups she can take, because there are so many. But you're right, she's one of my favorite ones. I'm gonna wait out that special lock. It got me last time. Hey, what's up, Stout? I agree. I'm in Quest 5, Mystic, Ring 4 Inch is so fun in it. So, I mean, I gotta say, maybe I'm just missing the kind of more not having fun comments from y'all. I'm like I said, you're not going to see me log off and be like, do a video talking about how wonderful this change is, but I mean, y'all are seeming pretty positive on it, and I mean it. I think my thoughts are important, but particularly this mode of monthly EQ, I think it's really important to listen to your like pretty engaged community. It's like if they're enjoying it, like I think this should be for the masses, and I mean that in a compliment, in a good way. It's not hard to, the bar is incredibly low, Pablito. The bar is the bar is low, my friend. So yeah, I agree with that completely. And I think there's also a small part of the bar being so low, being like, wait, this only took you a week to fix it? That isn't a good sign for how long you took to make the original version. Just started Quest 6 and gets used Ring 4 carry. Like that, like I yeah, I'm not, you're not going to see me make this video today. Well, shoot. And you guys having fun. This is what, like, this is it. Like, that's what monthly EQ should be. The players in the community in general having fun. If that means it's too easy for Quantum level and Mysterium level and Celestial Battle players, I don't effing care. The game isn't supposed to be built around them. Not everything is about them. And, oh, I shouldn't have. This is a bad matchup. I don't know. I'm paying too much attention to the chat. No, you guys know what I meant. And so you guys saying these things is giving me hope. Like, I want to enjoy this game. I want it to be fun. I'm not going to say EQs to Africa. That's the other thing, Old Man Easy. I want to get to Elder first. And I think that's a conversation to have. And I think I'm seeing something about how the rewards are actually pretty good for Classic. I may have misread that, though. What's the intention with Elder, and what sort, like, if Elder is supposed to be like a more challenging thing for your more like really veteran Valiants, right? Because isn't that the scaling one and the whole thing? Then, like, how are rewards being distributed monthly to your broader player base, right? Like, if let's say Elder is really difficult and just kind of like, whatever term you want, cumbersome or something like that, I don't think that's the way to go, personally. But if it's done in a way that allows your more moderate players to come in, try it, and get good rewards, even if they don't like 100% it or full complete it or whatever term, and the people who do aren't getting like light years better, I'll be like, okay, like, I don't love that. This is where I'm like, I don't make the game, Kabam does. Like, I just give my advice and my feedback, and like, they do what they're gonna do. So I think I don't think you'd see me ranting on that. Let's put it that way. But I don't know if that's the case unless you guys tell me. Right? That's the only way I'll know. All right, the mistake I made the last time was I forgot that it's the last hit of a special, not the first hit that Nefaria evades, and so I tried to evade an unblockable from good old Carl here, man. All right, let's get this rolling now. Here we go, baby. It's go time. I really like the Count, man. He's grown on me so much. Is that man named Carl? Hey, what's up, Chop? Yeah, I think his real name is Carl Crusher. Carl Creel. Those are all, like, one of those maybe a nickname, but I think his first name is Carl, yeah. Carl, yeah, we're all doing the same thing. Carl Crusher, the Carl something. I wish I could pull count. Ah, Stink, you gotta get yourself a count, man. What is this? Why are these? What's going on? Don't do that, Kabam. Things are sensitive as it is. I also can't stand this whole counting thing or whatever this is, but again, Kabam gonna do what they're gonna do. That's fine. Carl Creel. Carl Creel. Thank you, Hodges. He was originally a boxer. Yeah, that's right. And that's like the stance. Like, yeah. Gonna leave that alone. What is this quest? Mystic attackers fill a bar power. They gain a passive, nullifying a buff. And what is the boss? Probably end up gonna get destroyed, but I recall that being very easy. Not the easiest name to say. Yeah, Carl Creel. I know I'm saying that. MCoC Journal, what's up? I used Void against this Absman, both Classic and Elder in previous versions of EQ. Pretty vanilla fight. Just spam alone, don't pair. Yay, there you go. Void was only R2. Okay, that's good to hear, man. Thank you very much for letting us know. Mystics. This is one of those weird ones too, because I feel like Mystic has moved away from Nullify in a lot of ways. Or maybe I just haven't ranked up the nullifiers. It was only Nullify, right? I think it's only Nullify. Prevent humans, so what's it called works? Neutralize. Cool. Let's see here. Come on. Thanks, NPK. Yeah. I remember thinking like, no, I'm missing something here. It's not just where am I in this? Why is this all so janky now? What time is it? We gotta hustle. I'm starting to feel like we might get to Elder today, which would be nice. Which is a sign that this has gotten better, I think. Damn, I can't see my own characters. And That's with Fanta. All right, we'll do this lane. Just got to Elder. All right, let us know how it is, Gabriel. Or Gabriel. What's up, Weapon X? How'd you enjoy the game on Sunday, dude? Let me read this. When the machine feels more power, they gain passive fury. No defending a buff from the defender or prevent anyone from triggering. Okay. When the defender acts special, they gain a stun immunity buff. Or pierce. Okay. So I think most of you guys know, but for you to know, I've been an Eagles fan since I was like, I don't know. I should calculate how old I was when the Rams and the Raiders left LA. Anyways, living in San Francisco, I'm obviously not in market for the Eagles games. And yesterday, dude, the Red Zone channel just was only showing me the Cowboys and the freaking Giants. Which, as an Eagles fan, not exactly what I want to be watching. You know, if the Eagles aren't on, I'm cheering for my fantasy team, right? I don't really have a lot of Cowboys and Giants for a variety of reasons. And so I was like, okay, screw it. And I broke down and bought the NFL Sunday ticket, which I'm kind of annoyed at myself for doing, but I just wanted to watch football. Like, I just wanted to watch football. And so I did. And the Eagles and the Chiefs started it, for me, like 125. And because the Cowboys and the Giants went to overtime, it's actually kind of funny now that it's done. Even though the Eagles and the Chiefs were the national televised game, they were like America's game of the week, according to Fox. They left on the Cowboys and the Giants. So even though I had paid for the NFL Sunday ticket, which was supposed to give me like, you know, every game or whatever, I had to sit there and watch the full overtime of that game while my Eagles were having a Super Bowl rematch against the Chiefs. I was quite displeased, to say the least. I guess if that's the worst thing that happens to me, then that ain't too bad, but it was very upsetting at the time. Mate, it looks like if we do completion of normal and 100% explore Elder, then we get 100% rewards for normal difficulty too. I honestly, I think it's Damon or Damon. I honestly don't know. I was actually surprised I needed to do Classic again to get into Elder. So I don't want to lead you down the wrong path. I truly don't know. Raiders returned to Oakland in '95. No, I was much younger. What about the Rams? When the Rams went to St. Louis? Because I became an Eagles fan when Randall was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Is Caroline Ortiz using the Cosmic Gem? I think so, but the issue is that if you're going to keep opening the Titan Crystal, keep in mind you might pull her, you know? So that could be you know, it could just be a little hurtful. Like, I do feel like Kabam has... Oh, that's bad. I do feel like Cabana's been giving out more Awakening Gems lately, but it's not like they're a dime a dozen. So I don't know. That's... Vegas been 30 years since 1995. Chop, you know how old I am, right? That's a huge game for the Raiders. I assume based on the message, they're playing the Chargers tonight. Oh yeah, tonight's a Monday night doubleheader, isn't it? I love that. Being on the West Coast, dude, makes that so much easier. I became a 49ers fan because Roger Craig and Ronnie Lott. Yeah. That's like Montana, the Montana years too, right? I'm trying to think of like more of the, obviously Jerry Rice. Was it Dwight Clark was the tight end, right? Made the catch. I'm in Arizona. Which means you're 1 hour ahead of us, I think, right? Pretty sure. Because you guys don't change your clocks, if I recall correctly. Chop, yes, but much younger means 30-year difference in my eyes. Gotcha, Chop, gotcha. I think what I'm trying to say is in 1995, I'm well into my teens, and my memory is that they were much that the Raiders left, and I was a much younger kid, whatever you want to say, than being in my teens. I see a comment about the rewards being better. So these are the sorts of things that make me happy. I want to take a second to read it. The rewards are better. The game put me in 3 tiers higher. I just hope the attack value in Elder isn't too high, so I can actually do it. I don't want to get excited. That's encouraging, man. That's really, really encouraging. I don't want to get excited. And just for anyone who is a little like, with me on the spend, I don't care what Kabam does. Let me rephrase. I'm not spending until after Cyber Weekend, no matter what Kabam does. I care what they do, and I hope that the game is so much fun. It is so much fun. We are having so much fun. I hope that I'm putting out videos every goddamn day, maybe 2 a day. I'm live streaming. You guys are having a blast, and that I'm going big on Banquet. I hope that's what happens. I don't think it's what's going to happen, but I hope that's what happens. So I want to make sure I make that distinction clear. I would love that. I would love that. Attack value is 15K. Isn't the NBA bigger overall? This probably isn't a good fight for me to try to do while reading chat, but we'll find out. I would think the NFL is... I have not looked into this in a very long time. I would think that like general professional soccer or, football, American soccer, football, whatever. I'm saying whatever because I think we all know what I'm talking about, is the biggest, all around. It's just there's so many different leagues. And then I would guess that it's the NFL after that, with like how many people watch the Super Bowl and that sort of thing. And yes, and I would assume it's bigger than the NBA. I will also say I don't really watch the NBA anymore. It's just the sport is so different than it was when I was young and really into basketball. That it's not that enjoyable to watch anymore. I'm a Lakers fan, so if the Lakers are good, I'll watch them. But like in general, it's truly it's the same sport. It's just the rules have changed so much and all of that I just don't enjoy it that much. So I don't watch it. So I don't know as much about the NBA is what I'm trying to essentially say. Hey Joey, what's up, dude? Do I like F1? I don't like it or dislike it. I honestly don't have the time. But I know a lot of people do, and I know it's catching on more and more here in the States, which is cool. Soccer's the most famous sport in the world. Yeah. This is tough. the World Cup is obviously coming here, here being the US, and they're even playing locally, and I don't think I'm gonna go, which sucks. I cannot believe it. Like, yeah, I am extremely unhappy that I don't believe I'm going to go. So yeah. Hayden, what's up, buddy? I recognize your name, dude. I think you probably know what I'm going to say. I'm really happy for you. I wish the game hadn't done that, but I love when my viewers say that they stepped away for like their own happiness or their own, like, you're using the term sanity. And I know you're trying to be a little bit playful there, have some fun with it. But I love that. I want y'all to be out there having fun. I want people having fun. I want people enjoying life. If you're not having fun, man, why are we playing? So I'm really happy for you making that decision and all that. Yeah, we'll see. Let's go. Yes, this is still classic, Seki. I was sad to see Cam leave the game, but I'm so glad he found. Same here, man. So similar thoughts and feelings on Cam. I thought his video made a lot of sense too, man. The Titan comp, I'm thinking I honestly have a feeling that's going to be quite a while. Just by having played this game for a long time, I'll be shocked if we get that Titan comp anytime this week. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe that's something that could. I was gonna say something not trying to be funny, and I realized how bad it was gonna sound. And it's not what I mean. But I was like, maybe Command's used to screwing up crystals, and so they've already know how to do this. But it's not. It was not. I didn't mean that like sarcastically as an insult. I just meant like, I imagine that it'll take them time to get to it, but maybe there's a chance they already have it down how to do this. Oh man. Okay, Cosmic Tigers, here's a total of 3 Fury. Arm reps or precisions, get into aptitude. Pumping iron. Okay, so we need our buffs. It's so much funnier when it's not intentional. Yeah, okay. Sure. Let's bring in her because I like her. Cole, because he's fun. And there. And actually, I want to get through this. We'll bring in Onslaught. And let's bring in Professor X, see what happens. Happy is back after 4 months. Yeah, I'm really big picture. I'm really excited about that. As you guys know, I'm a big fan. I'm you know, he's been really forthright about a lot of stuff, so I don't feel like I'm like speaking out of turn here. I'm, you know, I'm gonna keep an eye on the young man. I really like Trap. I really like Trap a lot. We don't agree on everything, of course. You know, that's not necessary for liking someone. But I'm a big fan, and I think he works hard. I think he's smart, and I'll keep an eye on him. He's been pretty open and honest in his videos about getting a little obsessive about various things. And hey, we all have our things, man. We all got our stuff. Everybody. Being aware of them, being honest with ourselves about them, that's the important part, right? But yeah, big picture, I am so pumped up that he's back. I think he's great for our community. I think he's great for the game. I think he helps people out a ton with his knowledge. And I think, you know, you're not getting any BS with him, man. You know that that's what he thinks. All right, we're almost there. Serpent's inexorable on offense. I actually almost wish they had turned it off. I cannot for the life of me get used to it. Do you need to play him enough where you're totally comfortable and used to his inexorable on offense? I get why it's there on defense. It's one of the few things I don't mind about him, oddly enough. But yeah. This game is one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases I've ever seen. Shame the direction it's heading in right now. Yep, Locomotive. We're gonna try to help get back on track. We're gonna try. My goal is to ultimately, in hopes of helping all of us have more fun again, get back to it. And so far, the comments have been pretty positive about this quest. So I think Kabam wants us to have fun. I just think that, oh shit, I didn't mean to do this. Onslaught doesn't get buffs, does he? Yeah, we're not. We're gonna cancel out. I really want to use an extra on offense. Yeah, I like it. It messes me up more than it helps me. Like I mess up a parry or like it's typically a reparry that messes me up. As far as the rewards are concerned, I truly am going to need to rely on you all, or you know, one of the people that does like great spreadsheets to let me know what the current state is, because I honestly won't know. And so much of my my thoughts on the EQ are based on what the more typical player is. I can say that if it's like too hard for me, then that's not a good idea. But if you guys don't speak up, I just can't know. I'm 99%. Hey, what's up, Depressioncito? Thanks for being here, bud. I'm 90% sure the rewards with the EQ are the same. I feel like I'm getting a couple different answers, but it makes sense to me why we might be getting different answers. Is because the classic, the rewards are the same, right? But it's the elder where it depends on your prestige, I think. And I feel like what I'm hearing is for some people it's gone up. I wonder if their prestige has increased though too. Their prestige obviously could have gone up in that period of time. So that could be making a difference. I think it's much better, but I have a roster of somebody else. Yeah, so Stout, that's again why I don't want to use myself as a barometer on this. I am being very honest when I say I do not think that the monthly EQ, particularly the classic, should be built for me. I think that would be a massive mistake. Come on, throw it. We're so close to getting to Elder today. Which I do think is a good sign. Medusa's if B's still here. I think B's still here, but anyone who's here for that part of the chat, I do think, well, Medusa I think is slightly more like meta than Shang right now, but it's similar in that like I've gone to where I'm not even really fully considering her for rank 4, but I love playing her. I love playing her. She's great. She's tier, you know, second tier, the tier list, the whole thing. It has nothing to do with her. It's just, maybe I should just rank 4 her. I love playing her. Like there's just so much fun. Hacking and slashing, and I love it. Yeah, dude, trust me, I get it. I believe you. Shoot, there was when I was doing my first Cosmic, and part of me actually kind of wishes I had done this. I was considering her for my first Cosmic, rank 4. And part of me, I still think it's going to be, you know, obviously it is fine. It's not like it's this big problem. But taking Serpent to rank 4 means that I don't want to ban Serpent in Battlegrounds. But that also means I have to fight Serpent in Battlegrounds. And I have to have so many champions to fight him. It just takes up so much room in my deck where I truly wonder if I would have been better off keeping Serpent in like rank 3, because he's so good offensively, you know, as seen. That if I would have been better off just taking him to rank 3, then planning to ban around him. Especially with how much I love the tech class. But, you know, it is what it is. Say love you. Nova's home and she's going ape shit. What's going on? Someone probably dropped off a package. Nova's my dog, for those who don't know. She's been gone so long I could see some people not knowing. You're like, who the hell's Nova? She was my first Cosmic rank 4. Nice, dude. Now, I think she's totally worthy. She's worthy of Awakening. She's worthy of rank 4. It's just kind of this whole thing. Like, you get too caught in the meta. And I like thinking of her, I'm like, maybe I'm a little too caught in the meta right now. Doing it to myself a bit. I still don't have I don't have a derped Serpent. What's that puppy do? So the choice is made for me, but I can recommend banning him. It feels like it's so often it would free up so much of yeah. All right. It's go time. This is really fun. I like doing that. Defaria is an amazing counter for Serpent. He is in general, yeah. Yeah, and thanks for that statement, because it's helping me remember to like make sure I'm framing this well for everyone. I'm talking about like there's some metas where I'm doing so well in BGs where I'm like, okay, maybe I get tempted to like try to get into Celestial, like low Celestial, and I've done a good job the last 5 or 6 months of reminding myself, like, dude, don't do this yourself. You don't have that kind of time. Like, focus on your videos, do that. So I'm talking about this level of like trying to, like, with a healthy amount of gameplay time, get into Quantum or Mysterium. You know, Mysterium really. And, you know, I'm honest with you guys. Like, part of it is I have a big blubbery roster. I'm okay with that fact. But sometimes with my rank ups, if I enjoy the champions, I think that like I might go a little too meta to help me get to that spot in Battlegrounds. I think if I didn't explain that well, let me know. Is Cole better than CGR? No. I think if 7-star CGR was out, he'd be better. Cole's really good, though, and I think your question's fair. I think your question's very fair. The game's so big. You know, we're always going to be able to find, like, you can find places where you can't use Hercules now. Like, the game is so huge, right? But no, I don't think that a 7-star. I think if 7-star CGR was out, I think he'd be immediately in my highest tier on the tier list. I don't think any of the Illuminati would disagree. And that would be for, you know, on the tier list, you can configure it for advanced, like, competitive players, and you can configure it for up-and-coming players. I think everyone would feel similar, and that's a lot of that's due to, you know, CGR does have the anti-miss. The power gain is huge for CGR, and Cole doesn't have that. And then also the dual immunities. Although those don't come up a ton, they are, you know, that's a thing. And then, of course, that whole damnation, like, Fate Seal off of the signature ability. Like, there's a lot of reasons why, even though I was hyped for CGR and I thought they were building for CGR, he is one where I'm like, okay, I kind of get it why we don't have him yet. He, oddly enough, for me, CGR, I don't know how to say this anymore, because I've never really tried to put it a certain way. I think CGR is more broken in places than Hulkling is. I don't think that's an outlandish statement as I say it. Yeah. I want to see 7-star CGR too. Oh, tell me, I want to see it. My fear is that it's $1,000 champion and we have no idea when coming to a crystal. And as you know, I do not like that. So I like... Is he gonna... Dude, that was a lot. That was a lot for very little action, man. You okay over there, man? I don't think you're all right. Oh, I guess he can't miss. He must have a anti-miss mechanic. Dope. Professor X Web, it happens. What happened? Oh, everything blue. Yeah, I've gotten so used to various screen things. What's this node? When the attacker from the will block, they gain a falter, Bane, incursions, hubris. When the defender acts as special attack, the damage reduction is disabled while the defender special attack the unique person. Let's just see what we can do. He's got a panic. Yeah. So I have actually been testing him. I'm not supposed to talk about him. Surprised I'm struggling with that heavy punish as much as I am. I don't recall struggling with this guy when I did this the first time. Is he not taking damage? Damage is greatly reduced while the defender does not throw specials. Yeah, I'm throwing specials. He only takes damage when you punish his specials? I need a dot? Maybe that's why... I think I used Onslaught the first time I did this fight. This guy is like got more freaking moves than... I don't know. Alright, well, I don't want to just sit here and do this all day, so we'll revive the team, that's fine. Serpent being serpent won't die. Die, serpent, die. Come on, dude. We just want to get to the Valiant. All right, cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's a lot. What's up, Wong? That's a lot. It's a lot of animations, man. It's a lot of animations. Okay. Cool. This is kind of an example of what I'm talking about, though, is if I do end up just going like fully free to play, it's going to start to hurt. Oh, I've only got one degen on him. There, guys. I kept seeing all the neuro shocks and trying to figure out, like, why aren't I doing more damage? All right, let's do the Elder difficulty. Elder difficulty feels way better than before. Okay. Let's go. We're finally there. All right. Okay, Okay, so Elder's turned on. Okay. And 0%. And it's the mutant lane, right? So here, we're gonna start off nice and easy. Okay. What happened to Blade? Have they reduced the number of fights? This is a ton of fights. I meant what I told you guys. I spent 2 minutes in it and was like, this ain't it, guys. So I just backed out. But it was definitely a Blade. I'm often open to the idea that I forget things. It was Blade. No Blade fight? Okay. Thanks, guys. I am reading all that. I'm not out loud reading the chat, but I am reading what you guys are writing. 615 health. This feels lower because I feel like everything was in the 800,000s from what I had seen. The mutant attacks reduce the potency of bleed to 20%, and when activating a special attack, they remove any debuffs themselves. When this happens, we realize increase by 100%. Whenever a mutant attacker purifies, removes or is immune to bleed, they gain indefinite passive fury. Interactions. Pablito, I'm trying so hard not to say that right now, but honestly, I mean, I said it in my video. I was like, if you fix this in a week, that lets us know how little went into the actual creation of it originally. And without like a massive, massive apology that feels genuine, it just feels like people make mistakes. I'm a very forgiving person. It's when they dig in and try to gaslight me or threaten me or whatever, instead of just being like, I messed up. I'm sorry. I really did. Be like, okay, fine. I mess up all the time too. No problem. I respect people more when that happens. Everyone messes up. I'm not trying to be facetious. Which comp are you referring to? It looks like I am currently healing from this bleed, right? Yep, I am. Okay. Which is what the node feels like it's supposed to do. You can tell gameplay is starting to go. The amount of accidental strikers I'm throwing is a bit much. Okay, it's a lot of fights, but after one fight, this feels so much better. So much better. Like, it's a lot of fights. We got a long journey ahead of us here. How many fights is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16. Okay, so it's a lot of fights on one path. However, if they had created like an Elder and it was like the format we're used to, it would be a lot more fights, right? And so, right, because this is just it. This is the full like chapter or whatever, and then I'm going to move on to the next class. We're all Hell yeah, pop images. Whoever's birthday it is, because it sounds like it might not be yours. Happy birthday to them. Love a good paella. If you're making paella for them, you must like them. That's awesome, man. Happy birthday to them. I'm right with that. So, cause I always want to be fair, right? We don't do anything unless we're trying to be fair and entertain and honest here. I'm not gonna. Don't worry. Even if I swear to you guys, it does not matter what happens between now and Cyber Weekend. I am not spending on Cyber Weekend or any up until it. But I hope I'm having so much fun that I am like buying Xsolla gift cards so that the day that sale ends, I can go wild because I want to have fun playing. And this is just one thing, okay? But so far, this feels so much better. And what's my prestige? I mean, that's got to be pretty good prestige. It's obviously not like tier 1, AQ1 type of thing, right? Like I'm not getting into 4 Loki with that, but that's pretty good prestige, I would think. I don't know. You guys tell me. Also not having to fight bosses 3 times. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, B. I think I agree. I want to be clear. I'm not saying this is perfect. But again, I always want to keep in mind that my idea of perfect isn't always going to be what Kabam does, and that's probably a good thing. Like the thing I always think of is like it's like one of my favorite it's one of my favorite Simpsons episodes ever. I shouldn't have chose this fight, but whatever. Homer meets like a brother he didn't know he had. Okay, I should get punished though. I'm okay with that. I should get punished. I made a mistake. And Homer's brother is so excited to like meet Homer and find out that he's got a brother that he lets Homer design a car. He's a car manufacturer, right? And so Homer designs this car, and it's like the perfect car for Homer Simpson. The car obviously sucks. And so I always feel like if Kabam designed, like, listen to me and what I like and think the whole time, we would end up with a really crappy game for the vast majority of people. Because it would be like completely what I want. And so that's why I just give my advice, I give my feedback, and I'm trying to get better at like really understanding how much the game shouldn't be specifically what I want. Except for I want the players having fun. You know? He after 5 fights. So like my ideal world, this is where Kabam would let us start using synergies again. And so we would bring in teams for this. And but yeah, I hear you. Something, you know. Where's my healing champ? That's fair. Which I said a lot of stuff, Pablo. Do you mind? I'm sorry, dude. Five attackers, 5 fights, and swap. Yeah, that's kind of what I would love to be able to use synergies again, dude. They were some of the most fun things in the game. Thanks, Brennan. I appreciate it. Because most of us do forget. It's easy to forget. Why did he not lose power? What am I doing wrong? This is how he works, isn't it? I'm doing something wrong. Don't worry, I didn't fall asleep. I was like, that probably looks like I just fell asleep. I really don't think much of that healing was from Weapon X himself. Some of it, a little bit. But I think a lot of it was just due to the node. So I'm curious how that's going to play out on the other lanes. Does anyone tell me how much aura I have? No. No, they haven't. Actually, that one thumbnail, a couple of viewers said something like that. I take that as a compliment. So far, honestly, Zeki, a lot better. Like, tremendously better. As Pablito's pointed out, the bar was low. But this... We're really early on, man. We're so early on. So I don't want to... You know, this isn't like, hey, huge W, yay, sort of thing. And there's so much going on in the game that is not huge W, yay. But I think if Kabam had done this from the get-go, it would have gone over much better. Why didn't... I want to check out Domino's abilities after this fight, because I feel like something should have been happening there that wasn't. I'd already fallen asleep randomly is always a genuine concern. I know, wait, what? I was like, I've been quiet because I was trying to watch the health bar and trying to heal up, seeing if it was possible. I was like, oh my God, I look like I just slumped over and like nodded off. People are gonna be like, is he dead? Did he die? The champion's moving on screen. I think he's still alive, but he's not moving. When Domino's bled, it probably happened earlier in the fight, and so I wasn't paying attention to it. Where is it? Huh. All right. Her signet cancels the note. Thank you, Zeus. Thank you. Yeah, Weapon X. Essentially, that's where I'm at right now. Like, good. If this is as good as it looks on first glance, there is one thing we can cross off the list of current, very serious and real problems. As you're seeing on the screen, there's a long list. Like that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Those bleeds should turn to Furies though, so you're not crazy. Yeah, something was something didn't feel right. I guess maybe she just failed the whole node to begin with. I don't know. Here's something that sucks. My alliance is based around casual Battlegrounds enjoyers working together for Alliance event. That's essentially being sunset. And my alliance is slowly falling apart. I'm sorry. And the thing about that is that means there's now 30 players who are all like, should we just quit the game? I mean, I realize that's not what you're saying, but that's a bunch of players who, you know, this is what I'm talking about change. Even if they think the change is going to be good long term, in the short term, there's going to be groups that are hit by it the most and most negatively impacted. She evaded, didn't she? She has an evade, if I remember correctly. I don't want to get irritated if that was just that. On my list of things to, like, you know, what the list of why am I not having fun? How am I going to try to define fun? Or like, what are the examples? No more animations like this. None. Like, no. Just, in fact, remove these. Like, if they're overheating my phone, if they make the game lag for like a broad swath of the player base, no. The answer is no. I know it looks good, I know it looks shiny, but it makes the game frustrating to play. So just no. Like, I'm not saying that's the only thing that's on the list, I'm just saying that's one of the things. With the way the event was set up, it was doomed from the start. I don't remember what I honestly, I want to talk about that. I really do. I don't remember what the initial setup for Battlegrounds was, and as a result, I can't recall what I'm allowed to talk about, and I'm not. But I can say, and I think this is public information. I think players know that the way Battlegrounds ended up being kind of monetized as far as direct monetization, right? Because there's like the big like passive monetization of getting and ranking up characters, right? That's like the whole game monetization. But what ended up making it live into game as far as like the direct, like a currency and all that stuff, is not what was originally the case. And I don't recall what you guys know and stuff, so I don't want to say any more than that. Have I done 9.38? No, I'm not done with it. I want to. It's all my MCoC time is kind of like in one big bucket, and there's just been so many videos to make and stuff. And I'm typically, when I prioritize videos, I end up happier long term. When I prioritize like streaming with you guys, I'm happier short term. Like right now, I'm pretty sure tomorrow's video is not going to go out because I'm just not going to have the time to get it done. But I wanted to do this. I wanted hands-on experience. I waited to critique the original iteration because I wanted to wait till I could play it, and then so that took me a few days. Like I said, I saw Seaton's video, and that kind of tipped me off. And so yeah. Tolong didn't read. What's up, Alberto? Do we have to pay to get the new idol? Yeah, it's one of the things I don't like about the idols. It's one of the things I don't like about them. They are, in Kabam's, it's not defense. I'm going to stop trying to use that vernacular. In interest of being like presenting the whole picture, they are some of the least expensive champions to buy in this game. Far. To like be able to guarantee I'm going to get this champion, they are by far one of the least expensive. But yes, you have to. My understanding is all of them have had to be bought, and that plan will continue forward. I'm kind of curious about them, to tell you the truth. Was it on Twitter, or where did you guys see it? Tong didn't read the Alliance event incentivized farming, dropping points with energy, then doing easy matches with Elsmarks. The Alliance event was a failure. But I'm not here to just spread negativity. Hey, Pablito, honestly, man, I know you. If you're feeling down right now, man, put it in the chat. That's all right. You're not. No, do it, dude. You're not like spreading hate. You're not spreading lies. You're not spreading misinformation. This is real. Like, that's what's really happening in the game. And I appreciate you sharing it with me, because I can't make informed decisions on my thoughts on it all until I know from everyone. If everyone was just like, hey, it's great, I love it, yay, I mean, we'd be, that'd be disingenuous as hell. I'm not feeling that down, but I just think the game is pushing out players like me. I agree. And that's part of why I'm very upset. All right. I probably should stop hitting his block. Let's see how much damage this does. Okay, this is the kind of fun you want people having in an EQ. You want someone who's like, screw meta, and although Deadpool Weapon X-Force, I'm creating whole new characters. Deadpool Weapon X-Force, Phoenix Captain America. It's very good and meta, and like how good they are for Yelena and a variety of things. Don't get me wrong, but this isn't Onslaught. It's not Mr. Sinister. You want someone who's like, I love Deadpool. I ranked up Deadpool. This is so cool. Thanks for making a great Deadpool, to be able to come in to the EQ and do that. I respect that people may disagree. I just don't think I'm going to be swayed by anything they could possibly say. Like, I actually want to try Danny Moonstar now. In fact, if anything, this is kind of making me feel stronger on my whole like synergies and teams of 5. It's like, I would like to take multiple fights with Deadpool. Deadpool Weapon X-Force Captain America, man. It's more sobering. Yeah, I get that, Pablito. The Elder appears to be the same as Classic, except with 1 health bar. It certainly feels better. Except with 1 health bar. I can't figure out what that means, dude. Can you, do you mind expanding on that? It's probably really obvious. I just can't. Like 1 extra health bar. As far as like the health pools being up, I have a feeling that's what you're talking about. This is what I hate about Danny. I know. I should get better at the game. I understand. I guess because of the node, though, we're doing enough damage, it's going to be a-okay. Come on. No! Don't do it, Danny. Why did I do it again? I'm gonna kill the Danny Moonstar. But I can't evade Ronin's SP2. Whew! Lucked out. I mean, he was without healing between 1 health bar for all the fights. Got it. Yeah, that's true. And that's why that's one of the many reasons why I want to do the other lanes and hear from you guys. Like, please, you guys know there's a variety of ways. I'm on Twitter now too, again, to contact me on all of this. I mean, for reasons why, anyway, I don't think there'll be a video on me covering this today. Anyways, so maybe I should. I don't know when I would do it, though. Where are the degens going? I'm okay with it because it's making the fight take longer, so I can heal more. So I'm not upset about it, but I don't know where the degens are going. Right there. Why? What's happening? Is that some interaction with the node? Node takes away your bleeds, which means no degen. Okay, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I mean, he's still great for healing up. I think we were down to like 4 or 5% health. So, like I said, I wasn't actually upset about it. I was actually probably happy that the fight was going as slowly as it was. But it was a little odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I know that I'm not going to be able to finish this in the time I have. So what we're going to do is we're going to raid. I know Lags was here earlier, and I said we would raid Lags. So we're going to raid Lags. I think he's doing... Yeah, Christian, this is not perfect. And I really do want feedback. And if I make a video on it, the main sole purpose will be for you guys to, for you to know my very initial, like, first glance sort of thoughts. And for you all to be able to tell me, so I have a space where I can go and read the comments on it. First glance, this is a good step in the right direction. This is not all the way, in my opinion. But this is a good step in all the way. And this is an example of, like, if this had been the first iteration, I have a feeling people aren't, we aren't having all the community turmoil that we're having right now. Please go raid Rags. Go raid Rags. Go raid Lags. And let's do Vega raid. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Lionel, for the very generous donation. Thank you guys for hanging out. And seriously, thank you for supplying your knowledge and your thoughts on all of this, because I do think Kabam wants us to have fun. And yeah, I really do. You guys know what I think. Thank you, all of you, for hanging out and being here. Take care, everybody. I'll catch you all soon. I'm not sure I'll get out of video out tomorrow. Just being forthright. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.